Welcome back to the fields of Perthshire in bonny Scotland. And for a wee change, I am not alone. Ta-da! There he is.
Hello, hi.
The big Galician is here.
Yes.
And once again, I'm lending him my spare microphone.
This is a headache for me. Anyway.
So he's having some technical difficulties. But anyway, we're back out. The two of us, we are back. And we've driven around a great big permission, in fact, several permissions that I've got, which cover about 4,000 acres. And all the fields are either planted or in the process of being planted. So we don't have anything. I've come up to the medieval church site and lo and behold, fantastic, it's not planted. So Simon's never been on this field before, but I just told him about all the hammered silver coins from the 12th and 13th century and also the gold coin that came off the field and his little face lit up like a 5-year-old at Christmas. So the field's been ploughed, the farmer's been back over it and sort of levelled it off. He's going to be putting potatoes in this field, so he'll be getting it all furrowed and dug. So fingers crossed, some treasures to be had. So as ever, Mine Lab Equinox 800 for Simon, XP DEUS 2 for me. So let's go and see if the lucky streak continues.
Gold.
Gold. Gold.
Oh, gold.
It hasn't taken long and we've got our first digger. .72, 73, a little bit of an irony tone there as well. Not a great signal. But given the history and the finds we've had off this field so far, you're not going to ignore even a dodgy signal you're going to dig, because we're into double figures for hammered coins. Right, can't quite figure out where this is, so to get the pinpointer, and as you know, it's always, well, there you go. Welcome to the world of metal detecting. We're straight in with a ring pull, and it's a classic, it's an old one, probably 1970s or 80s, but there you go. Get used to finding them if you're metal detecting anywhere in the UK, probably anywhere in the world. Okay, 10 minutes in. The most promising target yet. There's a bit of an irony tone there as well, but it could, oh well, there you go. We've got a coin. We've got a penny. There you go. It looks like George V. And I think it is George V. Gorgeous George makes an appearance inside 10 minutes. Great start. And a good sign. Oh, get you in the shot. Have we got a date? I think we do. A very clear 1920. So 10 years on the job. Took the throne in 1910, and this is immediately after the end of the Great War, the First World War. It's been damaged, not by me because it's got mud in it. Probably just clipped by the plough. But 1920, I think we were up to about 12 to 15 pence a pint, so we're a long way short, but you can see the head of George there fading through. Not a particularly loving father to his children, and married his dead brother's fiancée, Mary of Teck. Didn't really like the company of anyone, to be quite honest. He did have a good relationship with his father, Dirty Bertie, so it's kind of weird that he therefore didn't have a good relationship with his children, but clearly his parenting skills left a lot to be desired. But that is a coin, 10 minutes in, and a great start. Well done. Nice to see you, Gorgeous George. Just about 50 feet away, Simon got himself a lump of bronze, which could be old metalworking, and I've just now went and got a lump of bronze. So a good sign. There is lots of iron in the ground as well, which is normally a good sign of habitation or industry. And as we know, there's been an old chapel here, so there would have been a lot of activity going on around the chapel as well. So there you go, it's a thing. Simon's come to watch over me. It wasn't a great signal, it's out.
Yeah. The Scottish Detectorist is here. I didn't find
83. What is that? Oh, it's a bit of a pen, isn't it?
He got a pen, yeah.
So it's not old, it's not heavy, it's not silver.
To write your name.
So it's the top off of
We need the ink.
a ballpoint pen.
Well,
Probably.
No, it's a modern pen,
Yeah, it's less than 10 or 20 years old.
Yeah.
Oh well. Welcome to the beautiful fields of Perthshire. It is pouring with rain, but hopefully it's going to be a shower. So maybe it'll pass. It's all been a bit quiet. But that's a screamer of an 89. Oh, we might have another coin. Maybe. Maybe. Well, look, there's an imprint right there. Oh, there you go. Oop. There's a wee green impression. So coin was on its edge and doesn't look to be in fantastic condition, but it is another coin. Let's give it a wee dab. Terrible, terrible weather. Typical Scottish weather, you might think, but actually we've been getting a lot less rain than we ever used to get. So, as I've said many times before, climate change is working out quite well for Scotland. I think it's going to be a Georgian coin, but I'm going to struggle to get this dry, but I'll try, see if we can get any detail. Back to you in a second. I can just get enough detail off it to tell you that that is George III. So sometime between 1760 and 1820. You'll just see his face fading through. You can just make out his eye and his nose looking to the right hand side. So I think it's his earlier head, his sort of Romanesque head. So that probably puts it at the beginning of his reign, sometime after 1760 and probably before 1800 or 1806, before then. So, well, it's a halfpenny. It's going to be a pint or two of beer. That side's completely toasted, but Britannia would have been on there. But that's a nice coin, and the oldest thing so far. Well, apart from the lump of bronze, which we can't date. Brilliant. A very low 5051 has produced something. It might be a little clasp. Maybe some sort of clog clasp. Had one of them on the live dig. What have we got? Oh, it might be decorated or painted. Possibly. Or it's just the way it's corroded, but it's copper alloy. Just going to give it a wee gentle tickle. Pick off a little bit of the mud. And then I'll give it just a wee gentle, just in case there's any detail on there. I don't want it to come off. Instantly I'm actually thinking like a pendant, like a horse pendant. But I'm going to clean this up off camera delicately so I don't cause any damage. If there's enamel or paint on it, I don't want it to come off. So back to you in a second. I'm kind of reluctant to do anything with it because the soil's quite stuck on and I don't want to damage anything, because I think I can see on the right hand side the shape of a rampant lion just there. I'll superimpose what I think I can see roughly. But if there is paint or enamel on there, I don't want to remove it with a brush. So I'm going to leave it exactly like this. And I'll put it into the museum as it is. And if they think it is old, then they can conserve it. They can properly clean it and find out if there is any detail. But, well, it's an interesting wee thing. It does look like it's got a bit of age to it. So let me know what you think in the comments below. It would be great if that was medieval, but let me know. Just showing this to Simon, see what he thinks.
Yeah, very nice, eh?
What do you reckon?
I think it's a badge, a medieval badge.
Think it's medieval?
Yes.
You see what I mean about the lion sort of figure there?
And the shape also is, no?
Yeah, it's a bit like a shield.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
It's
heraldic, like a heraldic.
Maybe it's a coat of arms.
Yeah,
with
coat
a
of
lion
arms
and
or a pendant. Well, that would be nice. Well, Simon thinks it might be medieval.
Very nice, yeah.
Simon
Wonderful.
is an expert.
No, I am not an expert, but I don't know. It's just yeah, I don't know. After experience of years of looking things, yeah, I don't know. That's my opinion, but
Good. Well, it would be great if it was, Simon.
yeah.
That was actually the pendant right there, and I was just checking round the hole, and we got another one. 72. Not a brilliant target, but we're out. Lead. Yep, we've got a bit of lead. Just a little scrap, I think. Oh. Well, just a wee lump of lead. Could be any age, could be medieval. But on the plus side, it stopped raining. Just got myself a little eyes only find. It's a little bit of a smoking pipe. So that would have been the bowl just there, would have come out to maybe about there. That's a little foot there at the bottom, so you could rest it on a table, and that's where the mouthpiece would have come off. You can see the little hole, and the little hole in the bowl as well. So I'll superimpose kind of what that would have looked like, just there. And what's unusual about it is the colour, that grey colour. Normally they're white, but this one is a blacky grey. Probably going to be Victorian or slightly earlier. And as many of you pointed out when I said that Sir Walter Raleigh is believed to be the man responsible for bringing tobacco to the UK, you've pointed out that I should have actually said Sir Walter Raleigh, I believe is how you pronounce it. So there you go. Every day is a school day. What a nice eyes only find. We are going to stop just shortly for lunch, but this field here has, as I say, is being prepared for potatoes. Apparently for the first time in about 5 or 6 years. And look at the depth that the plough is going in. That is a good, probably 16 to 18 inches, that cross section. So that's good news for hopefully turning up some deeper finds, bringing them to the surface. Simon has been walking for about 100 metres to come to show me something.
A mystery object.
So
I don't know. Maybe
it must
something.
be treasure.
Maybe no. Oh, just a piece of. I have my doubts if it's a piece of trash or something else. Looks a face, a door, a badge.
To be honest, it almost looks a bit like a spoon handle, but then
yeah.
I don't think it is with the holes in it. It's maybe part of a belt fitting. And those little holes, they're rivets that hold the leather to the belt, maybe. But well, it does look like it's maybe got a wee bit of age to it. One to show the museum, Simon, along with your lump of bronze.
It's a lump of bronze, no?
No, your lump of bronze that you got earlier. So, well,
and a part of this, do you think?
If anyone knows, let us know. We've just had our lunch. We're all refueled and ready to go. And Simon has just opened his emails and he's got some incredible news. He's got his first good permission. An ancient medieval abbey in Scotland.
Yeah, that's very nice.
And he's going to get to detect the fields around it. And he says he's not going to invite me. Only kidding. Right, so we're back out.
Very welcome.
I'm very welcome. Thanks, Simon. So we're ready to go again. Part 2, refueled. Let's see what we can find. The first target since lunch. It's a little brass bullet casing. Very long, very skinny little bullet. And I think that is a little 2.2 rifle bullet. But not very old. 10, 20, 30 odd years at best probably. Ah well. And we have our first button of the day. A wee 4-holer. Possibly a maker. Let's have a wee look with the brush if I can find it. And it's raining again. Again. Right. We'll get there in the end. There we go. It hasn't rained for 7 days. It's not going to rain for the next 7, and sod's law, the day that it rains is the day that Simon comes out. I think it's going to be on for the rest of the day, so happy days. But yeah, probably about 100, 150 years old. But it's a find. Initially this was a bag of spanners. It was jumping about between 50 and 99. It's come out and it's somewhere about here. And it's a 99. Well, I was thinking it's surely going to be a 99. How is that possible? I was thinking surely it's going to be a bottle top. But that is a chunky little coin. 99. That doesn't make any sense at all. That's a really, really high output. Right. I mean, maybe it's not a coin. Maybe it's another sort of token or something. It's not a spendable because it's the wrong shape, but it is definitely a coin. So I'm going to clean this up and get back to you in a minute. Well, folks, it's a mystery. It is a coin. It's not a spendable. Misshapen. Fat on one side, thinner on the other. And it seems to be copper coin. So I mean, maybe it's like a farthing of one of the Georgies, or maybe a William and Mary. Late 1600s through to maybe the middle of the 1700s, but I can't say that I've ever had a coin like it, and I can't say I've ever had a readout like it either. I just checked again and it is a solid 99, an absolute screamer. So a coin of some description, which I'm guessing is probably from sometime between 1688 through to maybe 1760. But if you know, or if you can see what I can't see, then let me know. I'm sure the farmer will be pretty happy that I found this, but unfortunately I am not. I'd rather have a gold coin. Ah well. Well, I got this wee thing. Let me zoom you in a touch. Got this wee thing here which is quite shiny, as you can see. It's a rim. So it's the rim of maybe a bowl. Looking at the gentleness of that curve, it's going to be quite big. It's probably going to be 12 or more inches across, and it's got a wee sort of curve and profile on it. So it's maybe, I don't know, some sort of bowl or something like that. But, well, could it be medieval? Who knows? Be nice if it was, but, well, it's a thing. Okay, well, we've maybe got an hour or so to go, I think. That's Simon just there. We've come into this pasture field, which is long in places, but it's detectable. And, well, let's see if we can find anything in here. And it's still raining. It's a really miserable day, it's turned out. Well, that has been the highlight of the last hour and a half in the paddock. A fork, or what's left of it. Probably 50, 100, 150 years old at best. Ah well. At last, I think I've got something good. It was a good target, 88, 89. And there, that's the ground level. Right there. Looks like a coin to me, and it looks like a nice one. Oh, if I can get it out, there we go. A little bit of an imprint. Pop that back in there, sort that out in a minute. So, we've got a coin. Thank goodness for that. Look at the state of me. It is a coin. I think it's 1930 something. 36 maybe? Where's my blankie? There we are. Absolutely saturated. Here's Mr. Simon.
Well, a buckle.
Oh, Simon's got a buckle.
No, a belt.
Looks like you've hit it with a spade, Simon.
Ah, maybe. Yes.
But yeah, it's a horse buckle. Probably 19th century.
Yeah.
early 20th, but yeah, nice thing. Well done, Simon. Here's a lovely looking coin. Look at that.
Yeah, very nice. Wow.
Beautiful patina. I got a whoop whoop from Simon. There you go, George V, by the grace of God, King of the Britons, Defender of the Faith and Emperor of India. And I was right, it's 1936. So just a few years before the outbreak of World War II, the rise of Hitler, the National Socialist Party, the taking back of the eastern parts of France, and then the Sudetenland, and then obviously Austria, and then it just kept going. And then Poland, and then Britain was at war. 1939, so there you go. I wonder what the national mood was like at that point. Well, we've got a maybe here. The rain's gone off a wee bit. It's still raining, but not as heavy as it was. 89. So, stony ground in this grassy field. That's probably why it's grass in the first place. Oh man. Right, there we go. As I say, not often I metal detect pasture. Still sounds pretty good. But you'll probably see me on pasture a little bit more because all the fields are going to be in crop. I might also try and get a little bit of beach detecting done. Right, let's try and keep this clean. Somewhere in here. Well, there's something round. Is it a coin? I don't think so. No, I think it's maybe a button. Maybe a button. Possibly a button. Oh, struggling to focus with the rainwater on the lens. I think it's a button. Gilded at least. Maybe military. Difficult to tell at the moment. As you can see, right, I'll do my best to give this a wee clean up. Sometimes these are decorated if they're military. Sometimes not. Right, I'll do my best to try and dry this out and get back to you. Simon just came over. He's got his first find, his first good find. He got himself a halfpenny. George VI, 1943, so during the war years, the year before D-Day. And there's my button. Unfortunately, I'm afraid there's the remnants of a name, a maker. Could well be military. Second World War, maybe First World War, so 1914, 18, 1939 to 45. This one was only a 72, so I'm thinking it's going to be a button right there on the bottom of the clod. Oh no, it could be another farthing, you know that? It could be. It could be. If it is, I think it's going to be in reasonable condition. There's definitely something going on there. Not quite so good on that side. Is that a head? It is. Probably George VI. Right. Oh, that's not my brush. Where's my brush? Let's give it a wee wipe first. Well, it is another coin. It's not been a day filled with amazing finds in terms of age, unless of course my little pendant type thing turns out to be medieval. That wasn't me, but something's clearly whacked it right across there, because as you saw, it was right in the middle of the clod, so pinpointed it perfectly. So it's George VI in reasonable condition otherwise, apart from the big dunt. And it's a nice little reverse. It is a farthing, as suspected, but I haven't had one of this variety in ages. That's a little wren. See that tiny little bird on there? So 1946, the year after the end of the Second World War, and the year before the partition of India. India regaining its independence in 1947. So there you go, one farthing. Beautiful. Well, it's another coin. I think that's maybe 5 I'm up to now, so all in all, not a bad day. Simon's on a roll. He's just said, I've got another coin. And I just said, well, I might have one too. Well, maybe. Look there, see that? There's definitely a coin. Well, or a button. There you go, look, lovely little imprint, look at that. Oh, get you in the shot, and there you are. And probably a halfpenny. Oops. Ugh. Yeah, I think it is. There's Britannia. And there is the other side. Hard to say at the moment, maybe George VI again. Possibly. Ugh, everything is soaking, covered in mud. I'm going to struggle with a date off that, I think. I think it's actually George V. This is Dad. Oh, terrible. No chance I'm going to get that dry, but yes, it is. It's George V. You'll see him fading in just there. And, well, I'll have a look at that properly when I get home, just in case.
I can't even read the letters here. Britannia. No.
Roman.
No.
Well, this didn't sound like a coin at all, and in the bottom of the hole, about 8 or 9 inches down, we've got another one. Just 2 minutes after that last one. Not sure, another halfpenny, another. In fact, let's give it a wet with the cloth, seeing as it's not old. Oh, it's actually a beautiful patina on it again. Look at that.
Yeah, oh, very good.
Well, I wasn't expecting it to look that good, but that's tremendous.
And here is the coin of John.
So George V again, beautiful patination. That side is absolutely perfect. Other side not so good. There's a date on there, but I can't quite read it with the water. Not sure, I think it's maybe 1931, possibly. But yeah, that would be in between the wars, in between the war years. But a lovely coin, beautiful patina, and yet again, gorgeous George makes an appearance. I certainly seem to be on a late flurry. That's 3 coins in 10 minutes. This is a bit of slate, caught my eye as soon as I cut the hole open. I thought, oh, that's a bit of metal, but it's not, it's roofing slate. But look, probably fallen out the bottom of the clod. In fact, it has, look, because there's the imprint right there in the centre. Right there is where the coin was. And it's another halfpenny that looks to be in pretty nice condition. So we're not very old, but I'm never going to tire of finding coins. And look at that, it's another real beauty of a patina. In fact, this could be the best of all of them. That is utterly stunning. Look at that. 1934. Beautiful Britannia seated. Look at that lovely dappled olive green colour. Fantastic. So clearly around the time of George V, George VI, there was a lot going on in this paddock. But it's another coin. I think that's actually coin number 7 for me. So I'm over the moon with that. Brilliant. Simon's also just picked up another coin, but this is going to be my last dig. '82. We've seen the best and the worst of Scotland today. Started with a beautiful sunny, cloudy, overcast bit of everything, and then it just fell apart. In the distance we could see these big grey clouds coming in, and it's pretty much rained non-stop for the last 4 or 5 hours, and it's just turned into a mud bath. Nightmare for recording. Somewhere in there. Yep, somewhere in here. Come on, get me a coin just to finish things off. No, it might be. I think it is. Look, there's something green right there. Zoom in a touch. Right there is another coin. It's a halfpenny. Oh, There you go. Oh, what a day. Well, plenty of coins in the end. That's been 4 inside the last hour. Didn't get off to a great start in this paddock either. I was thinking there was nothing here, and I've dropped it. There we go. Oh, what a mess. It's George V again. Again. It looks like another good condition coin though. Yep, it is pretty good. It's pretty good. Again, a lovely olivey green patina. 1920. 1920, George V. Lovely to see you, gorgeous George. But for those little dots of corrosion, it's a beautiful coin. Lovely. Well, I think that's maybe number 7 or number 8. So all in all, not a bad day, is it? This is definitely my last target. But a screamer. 92, 97, 99 even. I think it's going to be aluminium. Or a bottle top. Oof, or a stone. Oh, or another stone. But just dig it just in case. Still down there. Wee bit of silver just to send us off. I think we've had 6 coins between us out this paddock. Still down there. So, oh, nearly. Get that stone out of the way. My camera's getting in the way of my swing. That's my excuse anyway. Ah, it's a tin can. Ah. Oh, there we go. It's actually a great big, well, don't know what that is. That's perhaps an old paint pot. Oh well, one for the junk pile. Well, what a day, my goodness. I'm like a drowned rat, even with the waterproofs, it's just covered in mud. Mud and more mud. But, well, nothing massively old, well, unless of course the little pendant come clog clasp come fitting turns out to be medieval, of course, but I'll be interested to hear what you all think about that. I'm not going to claim it until I find out for sure. Definitely one maybe for the museum to have a look at though. But yeah, really treacherous conditions today. We were maybe going to metal detect until dusk, till dark, about 8:30 at night. Well, it's just gone 5 o'clock and I think we've both had enough. So we're going to leave it there. But because it's so miserable, I'm going to wait until I get home to the light box just to show you the finds. But I think I probably got 7 coins, maybe even 8 coins. And 3 of them came in the last hour or so. So all in all, a pretty good day. So let's have a wee look in the light box at the best of the finds. Well, you've guessed it. Yours truly is away with work. And yet again, I forgot to do the light box. So you're going to have to wait to see all the coins and finds in the light box once I get back from work. But in the meantime, if you've got any ideas, particularly about that possible pendant, then let me know. It'd be great if it was medieval, but I really don't know. I can't make my mind up. So, so as ever, if you're not already subscribed, then please hit the button. And hopefully I'll see you all on the next dig. And fingers crossed, it'll be drier and a lot less muddy. So take care, and thank you all for watching.